black point bay is when they're black, when their legs are black as well.
Oh,
and
okay. That's rare, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't see too many of them.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, Patrick, now we don't dare start talking about horses. We do this every time.
That's true.
We use up all our time talking about horses, but you know I'm interested in horses. Once owned a Palomino mare.
Mm-hmm.
And
I do have a new little girl. We got our first hardcore Egyptian Arabian mare. She's a 2-year-old and just gorgeous. First one out at our ranch in California.
Great. That is wonderful.
Better get off horses.
Yeah, right away we better. Let's talk about the last time we met actually was when you came to Dallas for Dirty Dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time I felt like you had a real good hit on your hands. And wow, was it ever a hit?
I would have never believed it. No, I would have believed it, but not like this. I mean, it's turned to a joke to this point. It's just amazing what it's done.
What has it grossed altogether? Do you know?
I don't even know, but I know worldwide it's 200 and something million or something or more. I quit keeping track. You know, after I heard that, the soundtrack has gone platinum, and your song is moving up the charts. It's now in the top 10. It's now in the top 5. It's now, after a while you get tired of good news. It's like. Oh yeah, right. I mean, I'm gonna go out and work a horse. You stop jumping up and down after a while.
But that's great. And then you got the Golden Globe nomination, and everything just came up roses for you.
And it makes you feel so good that people still believe in old-fashioned ideals and integrity, and that the underdog can win. It's not always the pretty people or this, that, or the other.
Yes. Well, I think Roadhouse is another winner for you, Patrick. I really do.
It sure feels like it. It's not going to change anybody's life necessarily, but it's a fun movie.
At this point, were you looking for a good potential commercial hit?
No. Even though you can't help but think about what commercial power any choice you make might have. I just wanted to do this kind of movie. I started thinking. I thought, well, I'm 36. If I'm going to do any more dance movies, or if I'm going to do my pirate movie or my epic romantic hero or a western or this kind of physical kind of movie, I better get them done pretty quick, And so I'm just trying to bounce all over the place. The biggest reason I picked Roadhouse was it was light years away and in the exact opposite direction than Dirty Dancing. And then next of kin after that is much more of a performance film, and then I'm going to do a light romantic comedy after that.
And what about Dirty Dancing 2? Are we ever going to see that?
Well, it sure looks like it's a very real possibility, because we're all talking now, and the talks are very positive, and they're talking about doing something that's not a rip-off, which is exciting to us, and because I don't want to do it without the same old team, because I think it's the team, the collaborative effort that made it work, not any one person.
Patrick, as I watch you on screen, and this isn't the first time I've noticed it, but I have particularly paid attention this time. You have a very strong screen presence, and I'm not the first person to tell you that. But I wonder, did your years as a dancer contribute to that presence, do you think?
I don't know. Maybe, just from the point I have a real comfort inside this body, because I haven't just used it to walk around all my life. I've honed it and worked on it and tried to turn it into something more than it was as a dancer, and so if that had an effect, I guess that would be it.
It occurred to me in watching good dancers, and you are an extraordinary dancer, that they really do have a commanding presence. The good ones really have a commanding presence, and that's why I wondered if that translated to your acting career.
Well, probably so, because on stage, the only way, as a dancer on stage, the only way you have to communicate is through your body. And as time goes on, you get more skilled at communicating many different things without words. So I guess I would like to believe that that's true.
In this movie, it is so physical. I mean, you are doing Tai Chi, you are doing kickboxing, which is the big new craze with the young people and everything. And you're doing it. I mean, they're not, you know, bunch of little cuts here and there where the stunt doubles come in. You're doing practically all of it, aren't you?
Every bit of it.
Every bit of it.
All the fighting.
So, you know, you still got the black and blue marks to prove it, or?
No, so most of them have gone away. I still got a couple of scars, you know, where, you know, I got cut pretty good, but it was exciting because it was wonderful to, you know, get to work with an actor like Marshall Teague, who's a real actor and a real martial artist, because you could trust his eyes. He knew that I was, because we, you know, all the fights, most of the fights, we went full contact, except to the face. But we were always trying, it was a challenge for Marshall and I to see if we could always feel the breeze, you know, and we always felt the breeze and we never hurt each other. And I had a great time doing the movie, and especially because it was such a family atmosphere, everybody caring about, you know, because Joel Silver knows how to put together a group of people who know how to get the job done and are going to do it with the highest degree of quality they can. And I feel real good about it. I think Rowdy's a very talented director, and Joel's definitely a very talented producer, and Sam Elliott's like my best friend in life, it feels like, you know, and I want to grow up to be Sam Elliott. And and Kelly Lynch was an absolute joy to work with. Kathleen Wilhoit, because everybody was just a blast. There weren't any egos flying, and, you know, it was a good time.
Patrick, I'm sitting here looking at you, and it's just like the first time we ever talked, and yet you have come so far. You are a superstar. Does this put, yeah, can I say that? You're a superstar. Does this put a lot of stress and strain on you and on your wife, Lisa?
Actually, no. I think it would have. I just busted my. No, I didn't. I think early on, if it had happened before, because I used to have nightmares of Freddie Prinze and Janis Joplin and James Dean and Elvis and people, you know, it's like, because I saw similarities. I saw an obsessive quality, a driven quality, a married to suffering quality, but now they're still heroes, but not the heroes they were, because I think they copped out and ran away, and I want to see what's on the other side of where they ran away. But so Lisa and I, you know, after Skate Town, you know, and all this stuff happened, and, you know, and I think it would have messed my head up then, because I wasn't ready, you know, emotionally or ability. So I'm real glad it happened now, because Lisa and I are very focused and centered together, and we have a passion to use this to move us forward to the next level, which is, you know, doing our own productions and seeing if we can jump in there with the competition and blow them all out of the water with quality, not with Porky's. God, whoever made Porky's, they're gonna kill me. I use it. It's like become a way of making a point.
Patrick, we've used up our time, but it's wonderful to see you, and I'm predicting a 7 million first weekend. Okay?
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't even begin to guess, but I have a feeling it's going to make a fortune.
It's going to do real well, and I couldn't be happier for you. Give my best to Lisa.
I will.
Thanks,
Good to see you
Patrick.
again.
Wonderful to see you. Yeah.